Hello students, today let me start the next important chapter, that is so called as chapter 2, residential status and tax liability. So going through these concepts, actually here you will find two important concepts. One is so called as the residential status. Residential status, one concept, and another concept is the tax liability. Combination of these two gives us the element called as the residential status and the tax liability. So speaking about these two important concepts, out of these two already you are familiar with the second concept, that is so called as the tax liability. So what is tax liability? The name itself suggests that it is the amount of tax which is payable by an assessee. That is so called as the tax liability. It is nothing but a tax payable by an assessee, by or a person, by a person. That is so called as tax liability. Tax payable by person in the sense the tax to be imposed, tax to be imposed on income so earned by the person. That is what we mean as tax payable by a person. So that is all about the tax liability. And next thing is the residential status. So first the basic question is, what is residential? Residential is nothing but residence, or it is nothing but living, or it is nothing but dwelling. Residential means residence, living or dwelling by a person, not only in India but out of India also. That is so called as residential. And as far as residential status is concerned, residential status means how many days or the number of days, how many days or the number of days or how many years a person physically stays. A person physically stays either in India or in abroad. That is so called as the residential status. It means how many days or how many years a person physically stays either in India or out of India. That status is so called as the residential status. It means that residential status does not mean the citizenship of an individual. Residential status does not mean citizenship of an individual. It means that residential status has nothing to do with the citizenship of a person. Both are different only. And when you go through the literature, you will find some of the differences that we can find between the residential status as well as the citizenship. we can draw out some of the points of differences between the residential status and the citizenship. One thing is that residential status is, it is a narrow term. It means that very limited and restricted application. That is why it is so called as it is narrow term, and it helps to decide for the tax liability. It means that how many days an individual stays in India. Based on that, how much income is rightly being earned by him. Based on that, we are going to impose the tax. That is why residential status is a narrow term and decides the tax liability of an individual. That is about the residential status. And what is the citizenship? Citizenship is, it is a broad term. It is a broad term having widespread application, and it decides what kind of fundamental rights, which are going to be enjoyed by a citizen. That is why citizenship is nothing but it is a broad term and decide the fundamental rights of an individual. It is first point of difference. And second thing is that a resident of India may not be necessarily have a citizen of India. If I am resident of India, it does not mean that I am enjoying the citizenship of this country. And next thing is that I am a citizen of India. And may not be a resident in this country. It means that literally I must having the citizen, I am an Indian, I am a citizen of India, and I may not be staying in India, but I am staying in some other countries. Say for example, I am staying in the England also. That is why it is so called as the citizen of India. Citizen of India may not be a resident of India. Resident may not be a resident of India. This is the second point of difference. And third thing is that as far as the residential status is concerned, residential status is going to change from year to year. It means that I am an Indian, I may be having a residential status for this year. For next 2 years, I am going to stay in some other countries of the world. That is fine. And as far as my residential status is concerned, it is going to change from year to year. And as far as the citizenship is concerned, the citizenship may not change every year. citizenship may not change every year. It means that I am a citizen of India, and when I go to England for some business purpose, I cannot have, being a citizenship of India, I cannot certainly enjoy the citizenship of some other countries of the world. That is why citizenship may not change every year. So these are the point of differences that we can find between the residential status as well as the citizenship. One is it is narrow term, whereas that is broad term, and second thing is that residential status is very much helpful so as to decide the how much tax that is going to be payable by an individual, but whereas it is going to decide the fundamental rights which are going to be enjoyed by a citizen. And second thing is that a resident of India may not be necessarily have the citizen of India. Resident of India may not be have the citizen of India, and whereas the citizen of India may not be a resident of India also. And third thing is that residential status is going to change from year to year. And last thing is that the citizenship may not change every year. So these are the point of differences that we can draw by comparing the residency status with the citizenship. Okay, so please go through the discussion. With this I am going to conclude my slide. Thank you.